discussion for mole of fraction. So we've already discussed molarity and molality, including molarity and molality. So now, for the midterm coverage, to end our coverage in midterm, let's discuss mole of fraction. So of course, in discussing mole of fractions, let's define first what is a mole of fraction. So to dig deep with that, let's move a slide. So the mole of fraction of substance in solution is the number of moles of the substance divided by the sum of the number of moles of the solvent and solute. It represents the ratio of particles in solution. This information is used especially in predicting the boiling point, freezing point, and other properties of solution which depend the number of particle present. If molarity is focused on the volume of the substance and molality is focused on the weight or the mass of the solvent, mole fraction literally is on the division or is on the number of mole of a substance that divided by into a sum of a number of a moles of a solvent and a solute. To discuss it furthermore, let's identify now. Let's know the formula on how can we calculate mole of fraction. Yes, by the question, which is how to calculate the mole of fraction of substance. Very simple. Let's go back to basic on knowing the formula. So of course, mole of fraction, the X solute is equals to mole of solute over total moles of solution. And X of solvent is equals to moles of solvent over total moles of solution, where X solute plus X solvent is equals to 1. So that would be the mole fraction formula or the constant formula for mole fraction. So now let's solve. Let's try to solve a word problem, or let's try to solve a certain question. So for example number 1, a solution was prepared by dissolving 100 grams of sodium chloride in 900 grams of water. What are the mole fraction of the components of the solution? So given mass of a solute of sodium chloride is equals to 100 grams. 100 grams. So that would be the mass of solute. While the mass of solvent would be the water or the H2O is equals to 900 gram. So the formula would be mole of fraction of sodium chloride is equals to mole of sodium chloride over moles of sodium chloride plus moles of water or H2O. And moles of fraction of H2O is equals to moles of H2O over or divided by moles of H2O plus moles of sodium chloride. So here, since we're literally looking for a mole and the given is not a mole and it is a gram, so let's convert it into mole. So now this would be the solution. So again, in converting the gram into mole, we have to get the atomic masses of the different element in a certain compound. So the step 1, convert the gram into mole by using the masses of the compound sodium chloride and water. So now for sodium we have 23, for chlorine we have 35.5 for sodium. So it is equals to 58.5 gram per mole or 58. Let's round off it into whole number. So H2O, since the H2O has a subscript 2, so let's multiply it into 1, so it makes 2. So and oxygen, which is 16, so the molar mass or the result would be H2O equals to 18 gram per mole. So that would be the mole of that would be the result of converting the gram into mole. So we've already get the mole na. So let's proceed to step 2. Find the number of moles in 100 grams of sodium chloride. So now let's find out the mole of solute and mole of solvent. So mole of solute is sodium chloride is equals to 100 gram, which is given in the question, over or divided by 58.5 gram per mole. So let's cancel the same unit. So 100 divided by 58.5 is equals to 1.71 moles. So 71 moles. So we've already get the moles of sodium chloride. So now let's proceed to step 3. Let's find the number. Let's find the number of moles in water. So moles of H2O is equals to 900 gram over 18 gram per mole. So we've already 900 is coming from the given in the question here. 900 as you can see. So 900 is divided into 18, which is coming from the atomic masses of the hydrogen and oxygen. So cancel the same gram. So 900 divided by 18 mole is equals to 50 mole. So we've already done getting the mole of each substances from sodium chloride to water. So now let's proceed to step 4, which is solve for mole fraction of sodium chloride and water. So mole fraction of sodium chloride is equals to 1.71 or mole of solute over mole fraction of sodium chloride, which is 1.71 plus 50. So let's go back to the formula here. Yan, ito. Okay, wait. Itong sa baba, that would be the formula. Let's go back with that. So now is equals to 0.033. So that would be the answer for mole fraction of sodium chloride. While in mole fraction of water, which is the solvent, is equals to 50 over 50 plus 1.71 is equals to 0.967. So now let's add the mole fraction of sodium chloride to mole fraction of H2O or water. That would leads to the result, which is 1.00. So the mole of fraction of sodium chloride and the mole of fraction of H2O would be is equivalent on 1.00. So that would be the answer for the example number 1. So for the example number 2, it is very simple. Why? Because the question is on moles na. The two given numbers are in moles. So meaning to say there is no conversion. Wala nang gagawin. Let's idiretso na natin siya. Let's calculate it on the normal way kasi wala ng conversion. So, a solution was prepared by mixing 10 moles of alcohol and 10 moles of water. What is the composition of solution expressed in mole fraction? So, let's get the mole fraction of alcohol is equals to moles of alcohol over moles of alcohol plus moles of water. So, literally given moles of alcohol 10 over the moles of alcohol given again 10 plus 10 is equals to 0.5. While in the moles fraction of H2O or the solvent is equals to moles of water over the moles of water plus moles of alcohol. So, as a result, we have 10 divided by 10 plus 10 is equals to 0.5 again. So in this sample, the mole ratio of alcohol molecules to water molecules is 1:1. Okay, that will be the answer. So literally here, there is no what they call this hard part kasi wala nang conversion. We've already done converting. There is no conversion kasi the question, the given is already in mole. But if there is a gram, you have to convert gram into mole. So now you have to try to solve. So just include this in your assignment from molality. So I will be waiting this for you to pass it tomorrow at exact 8 o'clock in the morning. I will wait for your answer, so you can send it either in my Gmail or in my Messenger or FB account. So in solving the following mathematical problem, we must be able to cancel units in relationship of number except for unknown. Again, if the unit is the same, you have there is a reminder that we always cancel it. But if it is not the same, either you write it the both unit. Okay, so it's like, for example, mole and kilogram. You can write it into mole per kilogram. But if it is the same, we have to cancel it to get the certain unit. Okay? So this would be your assignment for today. This would be your assignment, including the molality task. So from number 1 question, a solution was prepared by dissolving 245 grams of potassium chloride in 600 grams of water. What are the mole fraction of the components of the solution? So, yan. So, for number 2, a solution was prepared by mixing 12 moles of Na NaHCO3 and 12 moles of water. What is the composition of the solution expressed in a mole fraction? So that would be your task, including the molality task that I've given to you a while ago. So that would be the end of our discussion for mole fraction. So it's very simple, right? As long as you proceed, as long as you follow the steps, as long as you follow the correct steps on how to calculate the different molar mass, molar volume, molarity, and molality, and mole fraction, you can definitely get the result, the correct result of each terminology. So from from molar mass, molar volume, molarity, molality, and mole fraction, that will be our coverage in midterm examination analytical chemistry. So I hope you've watched all my pre-recorded video for you to know how to calculate it. And I will be waiting for your comment in this each pre-recorded video for the means of your attendance. Okay, so that will serve you, that will serve as your attendance, and with that I will give you additional points of each attendance that you have in each video. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day and God bless, and good luck to your examination for midterm, and I hope you've already paid your responsibilities in schools. For that, you can easily take the examination. So let's go back to the rule: no permit, no exam. So thank you very much, everyone, and let's see you. Let me see you when I see you. Okay, it's either today, tomorrow, or in future. Okay, let's see each other kapag tapos na lahat ng problemang ito, the pandemic that we actually encounter today. I hope that we will go back to level 1 kasi ngayon level 2, alert level 2 na naman tayo. So I hope maging okay lahat. So goodbye, everyone.